This is Sergio for my channel Practical Combat. The reason I'm using this channel is because it's the channel where I have the most subscribers, and I'm gonna use that platform to get to a lot of people. I will actually, after I completed these videos, I will actually go ahead and start um, promoting this video in a way anybody and everybody looking to buy real estate in South Florida or Florida in general, don't do business with this gentleman. So just to give again an update to my subscribers and to whomever comes into this video, let me start by saying that I am an immigrant. I started from the bottom. When I came to America, I started working in Pizza Hut. I did work in fields. I did everything I could to survive. I have very little family here and no support, so I went up and got my way up in the corporate ladder of America. It is true that from Cuba I have a university degree in informatics, and I came here and I did web design school and all that to to get ahead. I was lucky enough to land a job at the airport where due to my professional participation in the airlines, I was able to climb up in the corporate ladder where I was the USA manager for many airlines, and I was the interline manager for many airlines as well. And I am what is it? Backflip. Okay, so basically, it's backflip. You mean that it's backflip? Hold on 1 second. Let me just go from my other channel to see. Just give me 1 second. Just want to make sure I got everything fine here. Because I want everybody to know what happened. No, it's fine, brother. It's fine. It's showing completely fine. Just help me out and like the video, press the screen and double tap so I get a like and I get people to know what happened, because this happened to me, could happen to anybody, right? So basically back in 2020 I opened my plumbing company. That was the first good business I had, and from there I did other things that also work out, like I have a pressure washing company. We also have a trucking company, and I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well, but with a lot of work, a lot of effort, and always being honest and paying all my employees on time. Actually, I never had an employee quit since they've been working with me back since 2020. I never had anybody quitting with me. So that should tell you something. My plumbing business, which is one of the main sources of income, it's located in Miami, Tampa, and we're opening in Orlando. So it's actually a big company. And I'm telling you this so you understand that all the money I got come from sacrifice. So I've been doing researching and learning a lot about money. I've been reading books from Robert Kiyosaki. I've been listening to Ramsey. I've been listening to I forgot the name. It's a big dude. He also like Hormozi, Layla, and also the husband. They do a lot of good videos showing the young people how to improve, and also Grant Cardone. And one of the things that is most secure in the long run is real estate. So I started to buy real estate last year. I have a few properties already. And it's a safe way where you can buy a house, you fix it, you put it nice, you rent the house, people pay for the mortgage, and you get a difference on top, right? And that difference is what you call passive income. Hold on 1 second, please. Mommy, I got a message from Pedro and CSP. in Choreo, could you double check what's going on?
Yeah.
And tell me, please? Because I don't have access. So it's like this, I don't stop, we never stop working, it's always hustling. So basically, we encounter a good property in 147 Island Way, and my realtor said, Sergio, this is a good deal, you have a good equity, that you could go and buy this house. So we start doing the contract, and he told me we're dealing with the owner of the company, of the house. To be honest, I was never told that it was a wholesaling. The way you buy houses in the United States, you can buy direct or you buy the houses with a realtor from the MLS. This house was not listed on the MLS. It was a wholesaling. So where somebody pays for somebody's house and they resell it to you and put a markup on top. So that's basically the way we're buying this house. We had a good equity. We said, okay, let's buy the house and let's give it to people, so they can live and not put that much on top because Miami's wild right now. So let me just give you also some information. The guy I'm gonna tell you, John Otto, we didn't know that he was not the owner of the house. We didn't know that he was not somebody that we couldn't trust. We didn't do any Google reviews. I was trusted in my realtor as well. And the guy looked legit. He has an office. And we didn't know that he was trying to get people money. After some research, I discovered, this is very important, that the guy has appeared in Forbes magazine. He has appeared there, and the way I've been researching and doing some calls, you gotta pay to appear in those magazines. You pay like around $7,000, and they publish you in Forbes. So I could do that right now, tomorrow, with my plumbing business, and use that to escalate, use that to maybe get into the real wealthy people and say, hey, look, my plumbing company and myself, we are in Forbes.
It's a recall.
Is a recall? About what?
A work order for caulking. This room was not done. It was in the order.
The dish room was not done? Okay, just put a segment for maybe Monday, okay? I'll talk to Pedro. So anyway, I'm gonna read you the facts, and I'm gonna show you the changes that he did to the contract, and the way this was written, according to my lawyer, is specifically designed to take the money. So when you're gonna buy a house, you have to put a certain amount of the deposit in a title company. That's called an escrow. It's supposed to be a safe place for the money, away from the seller and away from you to take the money from the seller. The escrow does warranty for the seller of the house and for you that the money is safe. So actually this title company, we are assuming, we don't know, the name is title now, but we're assuming it's in consort, it's working in cohort, it's their partner in crime per se, because when we go to the emails, they actually try to contact the guy to give us the money back, but they never did that with us. They never contacted to give me the money back, and I lost $10,000. So basically, I want to read what happened. So this is for any realtor company and anybody in Miami trying to buy a property. Don't do business with John Aaron, okay? He says, I have attached the original contract for $394,000 with the wholesaler date in December 3. The contract was not fully executed because it was missing one initial special assessment portion. My understanding is that it's not fully executed contract because it's missing this. Our contract was only good until December 27. So the contract was valid until December 27. And he still did not own the property at the time. So the person who we were buying the house did not own the property. He wanted the property to be assigned to him so he could wholesale the property. So he will get the house, and you'll see this forward. He will get this house for $345,000. He will sell it to me for $395,000. He will make a markup in theory, and the seller, the owner of the house, will get his money, and everybody will be happy. So our contract. Okay, he still did not own the property at the time, nor did we know that it was not an authorized attempt. We proceeded with the appraisal, so I had to pay for that. The inspection, I had to pay for that, and the association cost. On our side, he executed a GV partnership agreement of 3% commission as agreed upon, and this transaction was done without his participation as a realtor. So we delivered the $10,000 money for the escrow to the title company, Title Now, which again should be a safe haven, and we submitted the order and provided all the contact information for Sergio, so all my information, and they provided the title. But everything was still reflecting the original owner. So that's when we realized that the original owner of the house was not the person who was selling us the house. So this is something very Miamish. Again, when we got the title, we understood that the person selling the house to us, it was not the owner of the house. That's when we realized that we were dealing with a wholesaler. And the original owner was Christine Celon, and the sales price and the loan amounts were incorrect and did not reflect our agreement figures. For instance, the guy was getting the house actually, and I correct this myself, for $342,000, and he was selling the house to me for $395,000. So, which means that when you ask for the bank to approve me the money, he would approve me for $342, not for $395. So he was doing this to buy time, and so what we did is we discovered that the seller did not authorize his title company, and then he executed an addendum to Home Partners Title to exchange. His assignment did not increase the sale price of the title work, and only authorized a potential assignment to the sale of the house. So meaning, this is very complex, but I want you to understand, meaning that the guy selling me the house did not have the authorization, and this is where the scam comes, did not have the authorization from the owner of the house. So when the owner of the house figured out that the guy was doing such a big markup, she did not want to grant that to him. So we didn't got that approval automatically. So I will continue reading. Then John tried to get the contract assignable and increase the amount for $51,000. That's the money he was making. The owner was outraged and refused to change the price because the price has to match the title and has to match the contract, right? Was outraged and refused to change the price. Both of these totals were our original sales price. To overcome this, on Friday, January 3 of this year, of course, he gave everyone a constructive notice that it was no longer assigned to a double closing. And then, in order for him to close with us at $395,000, he got the title finally corrected. But on a separate contract, his agreement was a cash deal with the seller, and he had until January 7 to close his deal. He kept asking for extensions, and the seller of the house was now asking for $5,000 additional dollars. Of course, he had to keep paying the mortgage. And for this, he defaulted on his agreement. He was never the owner of the property during the contract that I have with him. And the agreement, he backed it out with everybody, and the contract expired. The seller, the real owner of the house, was tired of his back and forth and canceled his contract and requested her money for escrow. I never signed a release with Title Now Company for the release of the escrow, so you guys know. And we didn't authorize a reimbursement to the guy. So in one of the many changes that he did, he added this clause that everybody oversees. And it's very complex to read. It's a very heavy reading. It says, in the event the assignee fails to close on the term as provided hereby under the contract for any reason whatsoever not caused by the assigner shall have the right to determine disagreement and declare assignee in default, whereupon the assigner shall collect and retain the amount equal to the assignee fee, together with all the deposit required in this agreement and the contract upon liquidated damage. All right, privilege, title, interest pursuant of this contract shall automatically revert to the assigner without notice and without necessity for further documentation. So basically, the way we understand this was going, he was selling a house that he did not own. He had a contract that was not assignable. He had a contract with us with a due date. He did the papers incorrectly, so the lenders, the banks, would not approve it. He kept buying time, and when we tried to contact him, and the title company tried to contact him, he wouldn't answer. He waited until the contract expired. Once the contract expired, is when he, the way he did the contract in general, he would take the benefit of the escrow. So I did a little bit of digging, and I encountered that Mr. Aaron has done this in the past with another company called GA Property Acquisitions LLC. And I went into the Best Business Bureau and I found the reviews. I found the reviews for this company, and they're not good at all. They're not good at all. You have complaints left and right, doing exactly the same thing, lowballing people. He tried to reply, and the people replied back to him and destroyed his argument. He did, you have to go and read it, but he basically, the same thing he did to me, he did it to different people. Sorry, let me see. He did it to different people in the Best Business Bureau. You can go and read it yourself. He has actually only 1-star review. There is also a page called, let me see if I have it here, Visapedia. In Visapedia, you can actually read even more reviews. This is the way he operates. He actually did the same scam that he's doing now in Miami. He actually did the same scam in Atlanta, and I think that he did it in New York too. I'm not sure about that. But when you read the reviews of GA Direct Property Acquisitions LLC, it's the same thing. He has a 2.5 out of 5. I'm going to read one review. The company made a reasonable low cash offer after a few months on the market. Despite all the negative review, we decided to try and keep. After talking with them, they went to resume their offer. We lower another 100,000. Don't waste your time. These clowns. You can rent the house. They're gonna waste your time. Communication is terrible. This one says, if I could do additional 4 negative reviews, do not deal with this company. I have been licensed broker for 21 years and never deal with the scam operation as this. They will offer you the world, similar like they did to me, and scam your sellers right before the inspection and contingency expires. That's exactly what he did to me. They change this as a contract by checking if the contract is assignable from the seller's choice of not being assignable as soon as they send out their inspector. They reported the home need major renovations, and they be willing to continue. Save yourself and your sellers a lot of time by not dealing with this company. Same thing with the other review. Do not deal with this company for any reason. I've been licensed real estate agent for 12 years. This is a scam operation. This is another they changed the contract by checking the contract as assignable for the seller, so it's not reassignable. So the same thing. They took $20,000 from this person. Another realtor in Orlando said, "Do not fall victim from this scam. They really work to get you on the contract, and then communication no longer exists." Same thing that he did with us. You have no idea who you are communicating. You never get to speak to the person you did the contract. Then you figure out that the contract no longer exists, and then they switch numbers. Then they say your inspection report with stuff that needs to be done and want to reduce the price. This is a scam. Same thing here. Again, another person called Kristen Eagling. So apparently the guy, the way he operates is the following. And let me explain for regular people that have not buy a house. You could buy, let's say this is you and this is a house. You could buy the house directly from this person. You could buy the house with a realtor in the middle. And the way these guys operate is he tries to talk to the seller and then he talks to you, right? Let's say this is you and this is him. He goes to you as if he's the owner of the house. He promises the seller a certain amount of money. He gets you a contract. Then he waits until the contract is about to expire to put stuff that is not applicable. Once he does that, he defaults on his contract and he gets the title money. So basically, the way he does it is he rather to get $5,000 than to work hard and maybe sell the property and get $20,000, $50,000. And he's doing that here. And I won't allow it. So I'm doing my reviews of him on Google, explaining to people what happened. And this video I needed to serve to others a warning. Don't waste your money, whatever you see. GH, let me read the names that he uses. GA Direct Property Acquisitions, and don't do business with John Aaron. This is my personal recommendation from Aaron organization. Don't do business with that person or you're gonna lose your time and your money. And also guys, let me tell you this, it's very common in Miami for these people to appear wealthy. How they do it, they rent Lamborghinis. Now there are companies in Miami, like if you come as a tourist to Miami, you can rent a Lambo for $1,000 a day. But this is not what they do. They rent the cars for 20 days with a much lower money value. They rent the property for $300 a day. But they use it to pretend to be rich, to pretend that they are somebody that they are not. I'll be honest with you, we make $10,000 per day. I'm doing very well, but that doesn't mean I want my money to be taken advantage. And if this is happening to me, that I have several businesses and I have lawyers, which I would report him to the DDPR. What will happen to a single mother trying to buy a house? What will happen to a family trying to buy a house? At the end, we didn't get the house, we lost $10,000, we lost a whole month, and we got to nowhere for this guy just to get a quick buck. I know that he's getting a lot of lawsuits. If you check, you put his name and you put lawsuits, you're gonna see. And I'm trying to warn everybody, this is a shark. This is not somebody you want to be in business with. This is not somebody who is serious about selling you a property. He's just gonna play tricks and tactics to get you your money out of your bank. Once he does that, it's gonna disappear like he did to many others. And in my opinion, he must know somebody in the title companies. This is just an opinion, this is not a fact. But things are shady. Title companies are supposed to be safe. They're not supposed to be doing what we did to us and what they have done to many others. So whenever you see this guy face, don't do business with him. And this guy is not willing to talk to you on the phone. I tried calling him. This guy is not willing to do real business. So I hope that this video warns everybody. I'm gonna start sending emails with everything that happened to every single realtor company in Florida. Listen to this. I'm gonna start doing this video, and what I have gathered, the reviews, I will send to every single realtor company in Florida. And let's see what happens. I guarantee you that people are gonna not wanting to be deal with this kind of scams. Okay, not just because he has a license, which he does have a license. Let me tell you what's his license number. Is SL3236615. I actually watched a video of him on YouTube where he said that he came to Miami for opportunities. I don't think he came for opportunities. Miami's full with opportunities. Miami's full with old houses that needs to be renovated. And once they are renovated, you can sell them for a good money. He could have done that, but he didn't came looking for opportunities. He came looking for victims. He came looking for a quick way to make a buck. Of course, I'm proceeding with legal action, but I'm letting everybody know before he does this to other people. I watched on his Instagram and I noticed that he was on court the other day, and again, he's pretty much. One more thing I want to say about Miami. He took my escrow money when I was buying a house. One thing that Miami is now plagued with is the get quick rich schemes. We have a lot of people like Yados, Watson Feet selling pyramids, and I think he's doing that too with real estate. I think he's going to get people signed. He's selling a course, and then these other people sign other people under him to get to learn, similar to a Ponzi scheme. So Miami right now, unfortunately, is being a target for that. We have low taxes here for business, so anybody can open a business for $100. Like I said, if you have a little bit of money saved up, you could open a business in zombies, and then you could go rent a Lambo for a week. Then you do that, take a few pictures, pay $5,000, $7,000 to Ford, and you already are appearing as a public figure. This guy is not a public figure. Nobody knows this guy here. But he used all those tricks to appear wealthy and appear seriously, and to try to do business with people. And then he plays tricks just to get the money, the quick money out. I'm not gonna go quiet into the night. I'm letting you know that. But be careful, because in my opinion, he's doing like a Ponzi scheme with realtor companies teaching supposedly how to do real estate. I also noticed that he was renting the cars. That I could tell you, he rented a Maybach Mercedes. He doesn't own a Mercedes. And one more thing that I figured it out when we were dealing with the contracts. He didn't have the cash to buy the house from the original owner. He didn't have the money in the bank, so he's really not rich. And having $200,000, $100,000 in a bank account for the kind of business that he does, that's nothing. That's pennies. That's nothing. For regular folks like me and everybody else, having 10, 20, 50, $100,000 is a lot of money. But the kind of business that he does, having the money that he had at the time of the closing, that's nothing, guys. That's nothing. He's broke. But he's appearing to be wealthy and tricking people into buying from him with these good offers. So I hope this video helped people not to do business with him. I know this is a very complicated topic, but don't fall victim from this. And in my defense, I will say I had no way to know who I was dealing with, because I did not have all the information. And I have a realtor that told me of properties before that we do trust him. He's a good guy. So he also had no way to know that he was not dealing with the original owner. Only until we got the title from the title company, we figured it out that we were not dealing with the real owner of the house. So that wholesaling thing, in my opinion, is a fraud. and it has so many loopholes for anybody to buy a property like that. Don't do it. Whenever you see wholesaling, don't do it because it has so many loopholes and you're gonna end up losing money. Like I said, I have a business and my business they do make good money, but I feel bad because I would have rather give that money to one of my employees. I would have rather to donate that money to, I don't know, a hospital or children's location, and not to a fucking monkey pretending to be. When I mean monkey, I mean his character. Okay, and so I am clarifying that this is not a racist remark. In Spanish, in Cuba, we call monkey the people
It's like saying clown.
like a clown. Yeah, it's like you guys would call it clown. So, but I like to say monkey. Don't fall into these monkey tactics, because at the end of the day, this guy is a bitch. No real man would do that to another man. No real man would take somebody's money. And I could tell you this, he did enjoy it. I think he did enjoy taking people's money by the way he replied back to us. I think he likes to feel that he's smart, probably a trauma from his childhood. I don't know. But in my opinion, he's a bitch. And I have told him that in text message. And I know he doesn't like it when he reacts back. But what is he gonna do? He's not gonna see me in person because he's afraid. I don't have to have bodyguard. He has bodyguards with him all the time. So whenever you see a young guy running around renting cars, get away from those people. Okay, that's my recommendation to the young folks. Okay, thank you guys. I hope everybody has a nice day. Now I'm gonna do a DDPR review to him that's gonna fuck him up really bad, and then I'm gonna continue with my life, enjoy my life.